Today we're going to be going over some vehicles that I think Rockstar Games should add to GTA 5 Online in the upcoming DLC that should be coming out in just a few short weeks. Some of the vehicles in this video I think should have been added a fairly long time ago, and some of them I think are just really cool and I think should be in the game in the next update. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy the video and let's get into it. First up, we have the Nissan GTR R35. I really love this car, and we have one in game that's going to be the LG RH8. Now, when you compare these two cars side by side, they don't look super similar, mainly the rear ends. So I'd really like to see an updated version of the R35 in GTA 5 Online. When you compare the LG Retro Custom to an R33 in real life, you can see there's a lot of similarities between them. But when you take a look at the R35, and the LG RH8, there's not too many. So I'd really like to see an updated version of this car in GTA 5. And obviously they can't make it identical, but they've made cars that look very similar to the real life counterparts. For instance, like the Paragon R and the Bentley Continental GT. They look extremely similar. So it can be done, and they won't get sued for it because, I mean, if they did, we'd know about it, obviously, and they didn't. So if we got a more updated version of the R35, I'd really enjoy it, and I'm sure a lot of you guys would love it as well. Next up, we have the Scion FRS, the Toyota 86, or a Subaru BRZ. One of these three cars should be added. Doesn't really matter which one, because they're all practically the exact same, so it would be really awesome to have one of these. Why? Because it's a cool car. And honestly, I don't really know why we don't have one already. I think I mentioned this in a video a very long time ago, but honestly, this car is really cool, and it would have tons of customization options available for it because, I don't know, it's just a really customizable car in my opinion. So I'd honestly love to see this car added in the future, and I would hope it would be under $1 million because, you know, it's not too expensive of a vehicle in real life, so I wouldn't imagine Rockstar would make it extremely expensive in game. But then again, they did make a Honda Civic well over $1 million, so don't really know what'll happen with that, but I think it's a really awesome car, and it would be a lot of fun to have in GTA 5. Next up, we have the Bugatti Bolide. This is one of my favorite Bugattis of all time now. When I first saw it, I was like, holy shit, this thing is crazy. And then on the RP server I play on, they actually added this car to the game. And I'm not sure if you guys already saw the video, I'm not sure if I uploaded it or not yet, but I tried to win this in this cool container prize thing they have. Sadly, I didn't because it's a very rare car, but I think this thing is incredible. And they've added a lot of Bugattis in game. We have the Divo, which is obviously the Thrax, we have the Chiron, which is obviously the Nero, we have the Adder, which is the Bugatti Veyron in real life, and we have the Z-Type, which is a Type 57C Atlantic, which is another really nice Bugatti from back in the day. So I could see them adding another Bugatti in the future, and I think the perfect one to add is the Bolide. It's a beautiful car. A lot of you guys have been commenting on my videos in the past saying, what car is that? I want to drive it, and I know. I would love to have this thing in online because it's insane and it looks super cool. So if Rockstar were to add it, I think it would make a lot of people happy. The only issue is we all know it will be now the most expensive car in the game, probably costing at least $4 million, something crazy like that, because it looks insane. And honestly, whenever a crazy car like this comes out, they're gonna make it really expensive. Next up, we have the tiny little Mazda Miata. I'm sure a lot of people would love to see this car added to GTA 5 Online. Currently, we don't have anything in game that resembles the Miata at all, actually. So it would be kind of cool if we had this car added into the game. I'm not really sure if it would be used just as a regular sports car, or maybe, like I said, the car variants thing. We might be able to have a drift version of the Miata, or who knows, maybe even a drag version of this thing. That would be pretty insane. LS swap it, and then you're gonna have a pretty fast little car. It would be pretty cool to have one of these things in game, and I'm sure a lot of you guys would really enjoy it. I'm not too sure what kind of customizations we'd have for it. I haven't really seen these things customized too much in real life. They always look fairly simple and fairly clean, but the ones that I've seen are really fast because people do some crazy stuff to this car. Next up, we have the legendary Mazda RX7. That's the one on the left, by the way. The one on the right is the Banshee. A lot of people think the Banshee is based off the RX7. Not really sure why. They don't look like similar at all in any way. The only similarities I see is one, it shares that iconic livery, and number two is the headlights kinda look a little similar. Not really though. But I could see why a lot of people customize the Banshee to make it look like the RX7, because we want an RX7 in the game. It's an awesome car, and I'd love to see it added. Now, you guys are gonna see me driving this thing around. I'm just gonna say, it's not my driving skill. When I downloaded this mod into GTA 5, I don't know what happened with it, but this car has the worst handling ever. Yes, it's a drift type of car, but This thing feels like I'm driving on ice. Like, you'll see tire marks behind it pretty much all the time because right when you accelerate, it loses all of its traction instantly and it's so hard to control. But it's still a really, really cool car, and I would love to own one of these in real life. My top cars I want to own in real life, obviously a Bugatti, and then an R34, an RX7, and maybe a Supra, and obviously a Dodge Demon, because why not? But the RX7 is a really awesome car, and I would love to see this car added in GTA 5. I'd probably fill up a garage with them and customize them all different ways. I'm sure a lot of people would love to see it as well, and if drift races end up coming out in GTA 5, this car would be a perfect addition to that class of racing.
By the way, be sure to check out DigiZani. They'll hook you up with tons of discounted games, gaming accessories, discounted gift cards, and in-game currency for dozens of your favorite games. Don't forget to use code Frolics at checkout for a 10% discount.
And the final car for this video is going to be the Honda S2000. I've mentioned this car in a video a long time ago as well, and I think it's a really, really cool vehicle. I'd love to see it added in game. I don't think Rockstar's made a vehicle in GTA 5 that resembles this car really at all, and I would really love to see it added. And honestly, I've only seen a couple of these in real life because they are somewhat of rare vehicles. But honestly, it would be kind of cool if Honda remade the S2000 and started making them again. But I hope they don't do what Toyota did, where they just hire BMW to make a piece of shit, because that new Supra is just not my kind of style. I'm not a huge fan of BMWs, and honestly, that Supra is literally just a BMW with a Toyota logo slapped on it. So if they were to remake this car in real life, it would be kind of cool if they made it, you know, awesome, if you get what I mean. But it would be a really cool car to have in GTA 5, and I know there's a ton of other cars that would be awesome to have in GTA in the next update. So I want you guys to comment those vehicles down below in the comment section, because I know there's a lot of other cool vehicles out there that aren't in this video, but the ones that I mentioned in this video are the ones that I really want to see added in the next update. So if there's any other vehicles that you think should be added to GTA 5 in the summer update that's coming out in just a little while, be sure to comment them down below and see what some other people think as well. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to smash a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.